Alright guys, this is Sammy. I'm back with another Dying Light gameplay video. So I'm going to teach you guys or show you guys how to rack up a bunch of medkits and supplies and you know, your little firecrackers and exploding stars, throwing stars, whichever. I prefer the exploding stars, so I like to rack up on those too. Basically, it's super simple. It's gonna take you some time to do it, but it's so worth it in the end because I've had over 100 medkits at one point, so I never had to really worry about anything. Same goes for the you know, exploding stars and the melodives or melodives, whatever you call them, and so on. So basically what I do is I go to sleep, I wake up in the morning, and every morning each quartermaster will have brand new supplies and one medkit for you per day. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to wake up every morning, you're going to keep going back to sleep and waking up. So here we go. So I'm going to start off, this is my first try. We're going to grab all the items in stock. Go to Spike on the other side. And go back to bed. And this works every time. It never stops you from doing it. I've literally done it every single time and never had an issue with it. And sometimes I'll sell some of the stuff, like some of the weapons. Maybe I don't need them. I'll sell them to this guy at the trading when I wake up. So this is a new morning again. You just continue to do it. So we're going to sell... I don't really like this military rifle. I'm going to sell the sickle, this. And you can do whatever you want. You don't have to do this, but this is just my way of doing it. As you can see, I've already completed the game, so I've got tons of room. Ooh, this looks pretty cool. Has anybody ever tried the Fierce Kopesh? I don't know how you pronounce that, but if you guys have ever tried it, tell me how it goes. I'm not going to buy it yet, but let me know how it goes in the comment section and tell me, you know, what it's like to use it, if it's a good weapon, if it's worth buying, if it's worth the $10,000 to buy it. Let's see. So I usually also rack up, I buy a bunch each day. I buy a bunch of new supplies each day. So this is the second time I've woken up.
How are we at?
And see what I mean? You'll go back. And as you can see, I'm racking up some medkits as I go. So now I'm up to 20. So it makes it a lot easier with Spike there too, with having 2 quartermasters, because that way you can get 2 at a time. So instead of 1, so it, you know, it doesn't take as much time to do. But let me see here. Alright. So I'm just going to show you guys this a couple of times, because I'm not going to do it, you know, for like 15 minutes worth of time, because that's kind of boring. So I'm not going to do that to you guys. So this is the 3rd time I'm waking up. Excuse me. 3rd time I'm waking up. I'm going out to the quartermaster yet again. And then picking up all of the items. So if you guys have the patience to sit here and do this back and forth for a good maybe 10-15 minutes, and it depends on how quick you are. I like to run through the hallways so it takes less time, but if you guys can have the patience to do that, and you know, you're in desperate need of, you know, a bunch of med kits because, you know, you're always getting killed, or, you know, you just want to be safe and make sure that you have as much med kits as you can. And honestly, when you have a ton of med kits, you don't have to worry about that anymore, and you can actually, you know, like when you get more items to craft, instead of having to constantly craft med kits, you can craft other items instead. So that way you have more, you know, upgrades, you have more supplies. It's just a lot easier for the game, for me personally. I like it better. I like doing this. This is what I've always done. When I first discovered it, I'm like, oh cool, this is awesome, let's try it out. So this is basically what I do. I go and I wake up and I continue to do it. So as you can see, I've got 22. So I'll continue to do this until I've racked up as many as I want, until I've, you know, completely gotten impatient with it and just stopped. Because I've literally gotten up, I think the most I've had is like 120. 120 medkits. So right now I have 22, so it's, you know, it's fun, blah blah blah. And I'll show you right here. Usually I tend to do this after like a couple more times. I usually do this like 10-15 times. I'll wake up, I'll rack up the medkits, and then with all of the supplies they've given me, I put together everything that they gave me and craft a bunch of shit. So basically, yeah, I've got a lot of lockpicks. This is because I've been doing all this. See, instead of crafting 5 medkits, why don't you craft something else that it'll give you? So instead of crafting the stupid medkits, because you already got a ton, you know, a shitload of them, why don't you craft like one of these? You'll craft one of these. You'll craft because it'll take away from your med kit because of the alcohol. So instead of doing that, you'll have tons of these to craft, so you won't have to worry about either one of them. It's just a lot easier to play this game. I mean, yeah, I guess it makes it kind of fun when, you know, you have limited supplies, blah 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 blah, but that, you know, it can also be fun to have a ton of stuff that you don't have to worry about ever running out of. So it's really, really fun to do it this way. I've had a lot of fun doing it like this once I discovered it. It did take me a while to realize I could do it. The game never usually stops you from it never stops you from doing it. You know, so it's very awesome. It's very cool. I like it. And see what I mean? And then you got all this stuff that you can, you know, put together. It's great. Also, I had a question for you guys, for anybody who's played it, you know, or knows a lot about the game, whatever. I've never used the freezing throwing stars before. What exactly does it do? Like, have you guys ever, you know, if you've ever used them before, comment below and tell me how it affects the zombies or your enemies, whichever. Tell me how that goes, because I've never used them before, because I didn't really, you know, I've collected the shrooms before, but I've never really used them on the freezing stars before, so I've never tried them. And my brother had played this before and told me that, you know, he didn't really like them. So I was wondering how you guys, or what you guys thought of them. So leave that in the comment section and let me know what you think. And yeah, so that's it. That's how I do this. I'll go back and forth. I'll wake up every morning, get a new med kit, and so on and so forth. So if you guys want to try that, cool. If you don't, that's great too. But like I said, I'm posting this for you guys, so you guys know how to do this stuff and know how to, you know, rack up a bunch of supplies and med kits. I guess some people would say it's cheating. Maybe it is, whatever. But you know what? It's the way you play the game. It's an easier way to rack up, you know, a bunch of supplies and med kits. It's just an easier way to do things, and it makes it a lot more fun when you've got a ton of supplies to play with, you know, and especially when you're done with the game, when you've completed everything and quests, it's a lot more fun. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, comment below and subscribe. All right, have a great day, guys.